It is Friday night in Phoenix, and you're listening to the Absolute Geek Podcast and watching us live on YouTube. I'm Matt.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Bryan.
And with us tonight, we have a very special guest from Couch Crunchers and part of the one of our fellow AZ and NerdNet brothers. We have Lance from Couch Crunchers.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
How's it going, Lance? Thanks for coming on the show again.
Man, I'm excited.
Yeah, we're excited to have you, man. Repeat guest.
Yeah, those are the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Not like Jose.
Not like Jose. Hopefully Lance will fall asleep and won't be playing video games.
That was him falling asleep was one of the best things I've seen in a long time.
Dude, I've thought about clipping it so many times.
You have to.
Just putting it online.
Dude, that clip and he does it twice. We catch him twice. In like a 4-minute period, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he goes. You see the top of his bald head facing the camera.
Do that all the time in the studio, man. He would just nod off constantly.
Yes.
Constantly.
He would eat like Quick Trip pretzels, and then he would sit there and he would nod off the entire show.
Yep.
And then
he had a stroke.
And then he had a stroke.
I'm having some difficulties, guys.
Oh yeah, what's wrong? What's going on? Lance is
I'm hearing doubles. Hold on.
Mute the YouTube if it's on.
Yeah, if you're watching the YouTube, mute the YouTube.
There we go.
That's what I have to do. Yeah.
It's like, when you listen to the radio and they say, "Hey, shut your fucking radio down."
Yeah, turn your fucking radio down.
That's the same thing.
I was so confused. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
my name's Lance, and I want to hear myself while I see myself.
And we thought he was a professional on another podcast.
I know.
Fucking podcasting day one for Lance.
I'm glad I didn't intro him as podcaster extraordinaire or professional podcaster.
It's my first day.
I'll tell you what, I was actually going to put that on our thumbnail instead of just putting the episode title and with the sign Bryan holding. I was going to put "I'm a professional podcaster." 3-time professional podcaster.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. That'd have been really good.
But
I would have put that as my fucking YouTube thing.
I can do it. I can do it for you. No problem. It'll happen. No problem. I'm going to do it on a billboard. I'm going to find a billboard and copy and paste you into the billboard holding that sign.
Hell yeah.
So it's funny because that sign that you used, that was from me at I forget which game it was. It was maybe the Austin Matthews game when he came back home, and I was at the Coyotes game last night.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. And I saw, and I think you posted it last night, right? Or was
I posted it on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
But you probably saw it last night.
Yeah.
Because you're behind and everything.
I think I saw it at the hockey game, so that was kind of cool.
So what's going on with the Couch Crunchers, Lance? What's new? What's fresh? I know you guys just kind of rebooted, so what's going on?
Yeah, man. We added a full-time cruncher. His name's Tyler. So it's basically myself, Max, and Tyler just doing it on YouTube. And kind of reformatted the whole thing, just kind of made it a lot more laid back and everything. I wasn't digging the structure.
Oh, so it's called the Absolute Geek Couch Crunchers now.
Hey, we can do that, man. Let's merge. Yeah, but we kind of revamped the whole thing, and both Tyler and Max and myself, we like movies and TV more than anything, so that we're kind of focusing more on that. Still kind of keeping the music element too, but it's been fun, man. Next week we're going to be talking about Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy movies.
I thought you guys were going to talk about Gilmore Girls.
Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the Hellboy movies, and those are some of my favorites, and we're excited, man.
What do you think of the new one coming out?
I have mixed emotions, dude. I think that that Harbour was awesome as Hellboy, but the trailer I saw left me kind of unimpressed.
Really? I thought it looked fantastic.
I don't know. It might just be because I love Guillermo del Toro's version so much with Ron Perlman and everything, and
can't compare.
I don't know, man.
Can't compare.
I don't know. I know, dude. I know that. It's the same thing with the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out. Like, I refuse to even like let my kids watch it because it doesn't look like how they did in the '90s.
They just need to hurry up and make a Dark Turtles movie. I don't know
fucking
why they're not
awesome.
fucking out. Dude, did you guys see that fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing?
No.
What?
This guy did it's on YouTube. It's really badass. He did his own version of like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but like nowadays, and it's dark, right? And he made it look like a trailer for a movie he's got coming out. And it is fucking awesome, dude. It looks really good. And he's like, yeah, it took me 6 months to make this trailer. And he's like, I wasn't going to even think about doing a movie. It was just, me showing my love for the show and just kind of trying to be creative. So basically he takes even a lot of things that is said in the show and he uses it in this little like trailer thing that he created. And it blew up and all these stars started tweeting out how good it was. And so the dude and saying like, we need a movie of this. And the dude's going to make a movie of it.
What?
Yeah, you guys got to see it. It's really fucking good. It's really good. And it's like Fresh Prince, but if it was like a dark movie, or like
I don't even know what that would look like, dude.
Oh, you're going to be blown away. I'm surprised you guys haven't seen it. It's really fucking good.
It's a dark Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Bro, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was I can think about that theme song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fresh
Prince
Philadelphia, born and raised.
That show, Married with Children, and
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. Those 3 shows every day after school. Me and my buddy would go get ripped and go and watch those 3 shows after school.
Have you seen that shit on Funny or Die? Zach Morris is trash.
Hell yeah.
No.
Dude, it's hilarious.
So this guy goes through episodes of Saved by the Bell and explains the plot points, and like you realize like how much of a piece of shit. Yeah. Zach Morris really is.
I think he talks about the one where she freaks out because she's on the speed pills.
Yeah, he talks about that, and the one where he's supposed to go on a date with a chick in a wheelchair.
Yeah. That's my favorite. That's what was one of my favorite things to fucking watch and laugh about was what's her name freaking out when she's all fucked up.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I gotta take my pills to do my test.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I stayed up all night watching those Zach Morris's trash. They're on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
and
really?
I just watched one after another, dude. Like, you can't stop. It's beyond ridiculous.
It is. It's pretty funny how it just breaks down just what a piece of shit he was.
Dude, he was badass. He had a fucking cell phone. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Thing was like 64 pounds and he still carried it around.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dude. Have you seen him in The Passage? He's ripped. That's why. You guys watching that show?
No. I fucking
good.
Dude, is it on any of the streaming streaming
platforms?
Platforms.
It's on Fox, so it might be on Hulu.
I fucking I cut the cord like 10 years ago, man, and I haven't watched anything that isn't on those streaming platforms.
It might be on Hulu. Doesn't Fox own like 60% of Hulu or something?
Disney does now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
when's that
probably on Hulu.
happen?
It's supposed to go through here soon.
Well, Brazil just finalized their approval like 3 weeks ago, Matt?
Something like that, yeah. Well, they just came out like earlier this week or last week saying that it's supposed to go through by the end of the month, I think. So that should put to bed all of you people that are out there like, there's going to be this guy in Endgame, or Fantastic Four going to show up in Endgame, or Galactus is going to show up in Endgame. Silver Surfer, Bryan.
Do you think he is?
No.
Well, then why'd you fucking get my hopes up, dude? Why you fucking...
they won't even have the rights by then.
I think they have the right. I think they've been playing that in the background this whole time.
It'll be at least probably 3 years before we even see those guys in those worlds unite.
All right. So I sent an article to you this week, Bryan and Kyle.
In what?
We'll get Lance's opinion in this in our group chat.
Okay.
So this guy posted a question about a Batman issue. And he started asking about the staples. And I know we've had issues on this show before with CGC and CBCS and comic book grading, and how they basically told Kyle that they have it's a free for all. There's no like guidelines that they go by. So I wanted to know your opinion. This guy basically says that staple placement is bullshit. There's no such thing as an off staple. There's no such thing as a bad staple. CGC doesn't even look at that. So if that's the case, and it does not go into account in a grading, it does not affect comic book grading, what does that do to the resale market of these people that are like, oh, this would be a 9.8 book, but that staple's messed up? That automatically makes their grade a bullshit, right?
So is he saying that any damage around a staple, so a pop staple, is he saying that's okay?
Yep. CGC does not look at staple.
Idiot, then. No, that's not true. A pop staple will instantly drop you 2 grades.
He said the CGC does not look at if it's a pop staple, an off-center staple. If it's stapled wrong,
bottom line, I'm telling you right now, man, because the pop staple thing has been a big, huge issue in one of the CBSI groups chats that I'm in with people with pressing, and so a lot of people that have books that are the staples really close to being popped. You take a chance at pressing it, because if you pop a staple, it's automatically, I believe, 2 drops. I know it's an automatic drop. They absolutely look at pop
for
staples.
CGC or CBCS.
CGC,
because
that's all we use is CGC. That's all I use, unless it's autographed. I mean, and I don't have it's not a yellow label. I never want to go to CBCS again. You know what I mean? So
me too.
I'll only use them if I have to make some money off a quick sale that's a signed book. So I know CGC, a pop staple, is an issue. I can only think that maybe he either mistyped that and wasn't talking about pop staple, and maybe just staple placement, because there is a difference with staple placement. If your staple, or how some books, the staple might be right on the spine and some might be a little bit off center. Maybe he's talking about that, but definitely a pop staple and rusted staples. Rusted staples can be issues too. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to somebody that got a book that it was on top of another book that had a rusted staple, and the rust from that bottom book made a mark on his book, and that made him drop I think a grade or a half a grade. So I'd be interested to see what that guy, if that guy is misspoken. Is he saying he's from another from the grader?
He said he talked to someone from CGC directly that said they do not look at staples. When they are grading your book, staples do not affect the grade of the book.
Okay, is this that Steven Gutierrez dude?
I'm not sure.
Hold on.
I posted the article in the group chat. Let me see if I can find it again.
All right, because I don't know, Kyle. What do you think?
What I interpreted from it was that with older books, the way when the spine starts to roll a little bit and the staples start coming up, that the older books is what they're not paying as much attention to. That's how I thought I read it.
I haven't read it yet, so I can't say how I thought I read it. But
so it says here. He asked, I have a near perfect copy of DC Batman 227, which I didn't realize that's a hot book.
Oh, is it the 227 link that you posted?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that post was talking about how great that book is. That's one of the greatest all-time covers for Silver Age books. So,
but he's like, however, the staples are off-center, and one, the staple is missing, and another one, the staple is popped in the holes where they normally should be. He was like, I would appreciate some information on it. And someone who's a CGC grader responded to him and said that they don't look at staples. Staples does not affect the grading process.
Here, but in the article, doesn't it say right here? However, it does not appear that. Yeah, it says, I can see where the guy says that, but I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. Is there comments available on that?
There are
no. I don't see
any comments.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the comments are on that, because that's 100% everything I know of, and that I've heard and seen books get graded, is that they do take stuff off for pop staples. That is pretty damn interesting, though. If they for instance, Chuck Rosinski explains standards for near mint comics. So here they're talking about the Mile High owner. Chuck Rosansky explains their standards for near mint comics, and they specifically address the issue of off-center staples, noting off-center printing only allowed if hardly noticeable. That's kind of, what is that supposed to mean?
Right?
Isn't that the big issue with this? Is that it's like the grading process is not regulated at all? Like they can.
Well, that's not
my stance lately overall.
At CBCS, I agree with Kyle 100%. It's not regulated, and that's why CBCS has become a joke. But I think CGC does a good job of grading. I mean, yeah, every once in a while something gets through that might not deserve that grade, but nobody's. I mean, like, unless it's not a machine doing it, or you know what I mean. It's very hard with different standards for different types of books, and they do have different standards for different ages and stuff like that, and. There are printing defects that they don't take off for because they're actual printing defects, but staples and loose staples are definitely something that they.
If that's the case, why don't we start a business where we restaple books?
Because they'll know it. That's restoring.
They've already got press books. Just restaple a book.
That's restoring. Once you're changing something, once you're taking something off the book and adding something different, you're restoring.
How can you tell a staple was restored?
Dude, that's one of the main tells. That is 100% one of the main tells for books being messed up is the staple.
I think Kyle's right. I think it's all bullshit.
Dude, I swear it is.
There's no way you could staple 16 staples in a piece of paper and be like, tell me which one doesn't belong here. You could take like 6 staples from old books and be like, which one doesn't belong here?
They don't use staples.
Yeah, they don't use staples. There are different types of staples. So, and different eras use different type of staples. So, you can't take nice shiny silver staples.
What if you get that type of staple?
You can't take nice shiny silver staples and put them in a Golden Age book. Get the fuck out.
I'll color them with a copper Sharpie. All right.
How about we try on your Spider-Man 122 or 121?
No, we're good there.
Yeah. Hey, I can add, turn that into a 9.8. Want to try?
Why don't we try one of your books, huh? Why don't we try one of those?
I'm not the one saying it.
First Harley Quinns you got there.
Those are already sold.
You got 4 of them. You can throw one away.
Just not mine.
Yeah.
Let's try it on Kyle's.
I gotta be honest though. I can't believe how many books I've sold in the last 2 weeks just by putting stuff up.
It's tax time.
I've made $1,700.
Imagine that you post something and it sells.
Right?
If you post it will come.
I know, right? And how many fucking books I've missed out on because I'm too fucking busy to post comic books to eBay.
I just bought that new Harley Quinn cover.
Chad,
P6.
Chad says in the chat, I don't mean to interrupt. He says, "Who is the best company to use for cleaning and pressing books?"
I don't like companies. I just find a good presser. I don't like going to companies. There's a lot of good pressers, especially on Facebook and CBSI and the G Plus groups. And you just get entrenched in a Facebook group. You'll find a good presser. There's a couple of them on every post.
There's 3 questions that get put in all the Facebook groups daily. What's better, CBCS or CGC? What's a presser? And did I do good? Those are the 3 posts that you always see on Facebook. So if you
did I do good is usually followed by some jackasses like, look, I walked into Goodwill and found this, and it's like a Captain America #1 and some bullshit.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. Yeah, you're right.
I usually ignore most of them because most of them, you did good. That's why you're posting it. Like, actually, I someone today said, I spent $120 on this. Did I do good? And I wrote, are you happy with your purchase? Then yes, you did fine. As long as you're happy, who the fuck cares?
But you know what? I've fucking really seen people go out and find those scores, though. I've heard of people that I take at face, when they tell me something, more than not, I take what they say. Tell me that they found a Amazing Spider-Man 1 at a Goodwill. So there are some people that I hear about that shit.
I don't know, Brian. The staples on this Amazing Spider-Man book I'm looking at right now, they look like the normal staple in the stack of papers I got here.
Try it, dude. Try it and send it in. We'll conduct an experiment. Let's do it. Let's take a staple out, replace the staple.
That's what I'm saying. Let's send it off.
Let's send it off to get graded. Let's let's sacrifice. I'll do it. I'll pick a book.
Who's gonna pay for it? Are you paying for it?
Fuck it.
All right, let's fucking do it. Let's see if we can do it.
We need video proof though of you removing the staple and putting the new one in.
But we gotta put something on the line here. If it comes back as restored or messed up, then we got to put something on the line here. Let's put a couple.
I'll do an entire podcast with a fucking dildo stuck to my head.
Okay. All right.
A big old black veiny one.
All right. You all heard it. I'll turn that to a clip, man. And if you shirk on this, you will never.
Oh, dude, I have no shame.
We're gonna make a song that goes, and we're gonna auto-tune Matt saying "Veiny Black Dick."
I need to be on that episode, okay? You guys have to have me on that episode.
All the shit I've talked about on this podcast and all the shit we've done on this podcast, I have no shame. I'll do an entire episode with a big giant black dildo on my forehead.
But somebody's got to be on important. We got to interview somebody important while that's on there, though.
Got to interview.
Am I not important?
No. We got to get like the Green Power Ranger or something.
We'll get Joey Lawrence on that episode finally.
Yeah,
He can talk to me with a giant black schlong on my forehead.
Well, I'm sure he's probably listening. He's probably on a burner account, though.
Yeah, that's Kyle. That's what I've been telling Kyle. He doesn't believe me.
No, I don't. Not even a little bit.
He's like, Joey Lawrence.
I think Joey Lawrence heard the podcast and doesn't want to come on as a kid. That's what he did. He totally fucking listened. He said, "No, I'm not going on that podcast."
Yeah,
that's what happened.
And now, like after having Corbin on last week and getting a nice shout out from Frank Caliendo on Common Playground, now he's gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh, they talked about having a giant dildo on his forehead."
Oh, it just went to 4. That must have been Joey. No, it was Joey.
Yeah. Joey's tuning in. I'll do it. I will fucking do it. If someone supplies it, I'm totally not going to Fascinations to buy it. If somebody supplies it, I'll do it.
Oh, look! Here's a way to shirk. Excellent way to shirk, man.
So okay. What we'll do is next podcast. What I'll do is I'll have books lined up, and I'll pull them up, and everybody in the chat and everybody and all of us. What we'll do is we'll pick the book, and I'll pull the staple on the podcast, and then me and Bryan will fucking video us restapling it, and then we'll send it off and get graded.
Nah, I don't want a video. I want to be there in person to witness it being stapled. Because I don't want some shenanigans happening.
I'm gonna open up that book and just slabber a whole thing of mayonnaise on there and send it in. And then I'll be like, yeah, there's something wrong with this book. I don't care if it's a.
I don't knock for mayonnaise.
I don't want some shenanigans being like, oh, Brian's like, I got 6 copies of that sitting in my box upstairs, and Kyle pulls the staple and they just switch it with a different book. Just to see me with a big giant doink on my head.
A big black doink.
Yeah. Veiny.
Veiny. That's the key word.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll look for the veiniest one and buy it.
All right, so I will pick books for next week, and we'll decide what book we're gonna do.
All right. I'll even make it the fucking thumbnail. I'll make the picture of it the thumbnail. Maybe just a giant doink on my head.
And every so often you gotta smack it.
That's Matt the Dildo Unicorn. That's his superhero name.
The Dildicorn.
The Dildicorn.
That's the show title. Dildicorn.
Dildicorn. Tim says in the chat, "Whoa, is that a dildo on your head?" It's Joey impersonation.
Oh man,
that's what it's gonna be. I'm telling you. I literally think if you send in a book, it's gonna come back and they're not even gonna be able to tell. Watch it be some bullshit where it's like, yeah, it was like first staple and you pulled the middle staple. It's not even the right staple.
Yeah, right. Hey, what does it matter? What staple does it matter?
It's got to be the one he pulled.
It doesn't matter.
It's got to be the one he pulled.
Whoa, did you pull a staple?
Big old doink on my head. I have no shame. There's no shame in this game.
All right, Matt. So what else do we got on the table?
You gonna bring up what's his name for Guardians?
Oh yeah, that James Gunn got re-added to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
You know what I would do if I was James Gunn? I would pull down my pants, flip them off, and then point at my ass, and then walk away.
Why? He wants that event. He wants that Marvel money, bro.
Fuck your Marvel money. You should have stood behind me in the beginning, then, you bunch of asswipes at Disney.
Right.
Well, that's twice this week that Disney has gone backwards on something. The people outraged about Denai Garcia not being on the, or Denai Guerrera. I don't remember how to pronounce her last name. Not being on the Michonne not being on the Avengers poster. Her name not being on the Avengers poster.
Well, yeah, I'd be pissed too if it said Garcia on it.
I don't think she cares. She's getting that Walking Dead movie. She don't care.
Garcia. That's so fucking funny.
I wonder if they really, that was a mistake, or they just really left it off.
I think they just left it off.
I think they just put the Avengers on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
I
Exactly
think
what they
too.
did.
Although Bradley Cooper's name was on there too for Rocket, and so was Nebula's.
They're fucking
Yeah,
Avengers.
that's weird then.
They're not Avengers.
They don't have many choices. They're Avengers.
They're Guardians of the Galaxy. Chad says in the chat, Kyle, I was thinking about you in Walmart the other day, you heart attack surviving savage.
Oh shit! I got my test results. Oh fuck! Oh shit! I'll wait till after this segment's done.
No, now you can't do that.
No, dude, you got so excited, dude. Continue.
I completely forgot about my fucking.
Yeah, there was at least 3 fucks and 1 shit in there. You must be super excited.
Damn it! I wasn't gonna fucking cuss this episode too.
Oh, there's another fuck.
God damn it! But
There's a damn. You're already way behind the 8 ball, bro. You better just keep going.
Ryan, fuck it. Yeah. So I got my. I went to the cardiologist again. I got my test results from the cardiologist. So I'm sitting there at my appointment's at 9:45. So I'm sitting there. I'm just chilling. I'm the youngest person there because everybody who's old has heart attacks. And I'm sitting there, and
Hey, are you an ableist, dude? Are you an ableist? Did you say because they're old they have heart attacks?
Yes.
An ageist?
Ableist. Ageist, yeah. You're an ageist too.
Ableist. Isn't an ableist someone who enables people?
Or it's like somebody that makes fun of handicapped people, I think, right?
Oh.
I'm not
That's
making fun
a
of
handy ableist.
Yeah.
This is my observation. While I'm at the cardiologist. This was my observation in the waiting room. That everybody in there had at least 20 years on me.
Well, that's not a really good thing.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, so that means holy shit, a lot of old people have heart attacks. So I was sitting there waiting, and this guy walked out. He had just had his appointment. His little old wife, they must have been 106 years old. And they're walking out, and so there's a carpet, when you walk in and out, there's a carpet right at the door that you, and it's a glass door. It's kind of like a welcome mat on the inside, and I swear to God, so it's the whole mat, and there's this one corner that's probably up 1/8 of an inch. It's like somebody stepped on it wrong or something, and just one little corner bent up. This little old lady was walking out. She fucking trips over that 1/8 inch fucking bent up thing. She spins around 3 times and fucking smacks her face on the wood floor.
Oh shit!
And that's what I said. And fucking everybody runs over
bleeding?
there. She was shaking, all kinds of shit. It was pretty scary.
Yeah, dude. When old people fall like that, man, they can die.
Yeah, I felt. I mean, dude. I prayed to good vibe man in the sky that he's all right, that she's fine. I mean, they took her off in an ambulance.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she couldn't get up by herself. I mean, it was crazy. And then as that's going on, there's a dude sitting in the corner, shaking. And they run over with this bucket. And I'm sitting there, and I'm starting to get pissed because fucking, my appointment's taking too long. And they finally call me back into this room. My heart rate's going all fast. I'm having a heart attack while I'm waiting.
Chad says in the chat, that's a goodbye mat.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there like, you know how they put you in like another room, like a consultation room, or like where you would get your, where you see the doctor and you sit on the chair or whatever. And I'm sitting there and like the like, she's like, the head nurse comes in and the head nurse is like, I'm really sorry, but there's just a couple other things that's going on that's a little more precedent than you. So if you could just be patient, we'd appreciate it. And she leaves and goes, I guess I'm not fucking important, whatever. These fucking
That's when you pull out. Do you know who I am?
Right?
I am Kyle fucking Stinson from the Absolute Geek Podcast.
Podcast extraordinaire.
I was named to the Phoenix New Times Must Hear Podcast in Phoenix 2017 and 18.
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, sure, the young guy. Yeah. My test results, I'm sure, are fine, so nobody cares about Kyle. And the doctor comes in and they're like, we're really sorry it took so long. He's like, 2 people had heart attacks, so the whole fucking office. So that lady fell, and 2 people had heart attacks while I was there. So the whole place is crawling with the fire department, and I'm bitching because, I'm fine. I had to wait an extra hour and a half. But
2 people had heart attacks at the heart attack place?
Yeah.
What is it, contagious? Like, I don't understand.
Well, it is a heart attack place.
I've been sneezing a little bit since I left there, so I think I'm going to have another heart attack.
I think the odds are pretty good.
Go there to prevent heart attacks.
Yeah,
not go there to have them.
The odds are pretty good that one of those 5 people are having a heart attack.
The odds are ever in your favor to have a heart attack.
But if you're gonna have a heart attack, you might as well do it at the cardiologist.
They have a little gambling ring in the background that takes bets on who in the waiting room is having a heart attack.
Yeah, they got a death pool.
Yeah, you see Ethel there. You see Ethel coming in her walker. 10-1 odds, baby. $100 says she has one right now.
So I felt like a straight dick.
So that's why they put that little corner up on that piece of carpet, right? It's like a ringer.
Yeah. They're trying to keep him coming back.
Yeah.
You're in the club now. But no, he finally comes in, and that's what he tells me. Sorry, a couple people had heart attacks. I was like, it's all right. And he's like, so you want to hear your results? I'm like, I'm pretty sure since it took a week, I'm fine. That's just the assumption since it's been a week since I did my stress test and everything. And he was like, yeah, I'm kind of surprised at these results. And I'm like, what do you mean you're surprised? Like, what does that mean? He's like, you don't have any plaque buildup. He's like, so how was the stress test? And I was like, it was all right. He's like, I was like, yeah, it took a while for my heart rate to get all the way up because it's like 220 minus your age is what you have to get your heart rate up to so that your vessels and your heart open up so it gets you maximum amount of blood and oxygen.
Did you see that Stinson guy on the treadmill? Fuck yeah, I did. He's sweating like a pig. What's the over-under on him flatlining before he gets out the door?
I saw a bunch of people looking around the corner and they're all like moving money around and writing shit on a piece of paper.
50-1 odds that he flatlines before he gets out the door.
Dude, I'm so fucking lazy and fat that if I went in there, I'd be like, no treadmill. No treadmill. Just give me the adrenaline.
That's what your odds are in the chat right now, Kyle. 50-1.
Damn! Thanks a lot. But yeah, so he's like, you're fine. He's like, you got no plaque buildup. He's like, you got your heart rate all the way up to your target rate. He's like, everything opened up great. He's like, he's like, if you just were in shape, you would be fine. But he's like, your blood pressure's great, your cholesterol's great. He's like, so this is what I took from that conversation.
Quit smoking weed.
No, being fat, never exercising my whole life, drinking booze has made me have a very strong heart. All you kids out there.
No. Not all you kids out there. No, don't even go there.
This is the secret to a nice, long life. Eat what you want. Drink whiskey. Don't ever exercise. Like, I remember I've told this story before, but like in high school, when we'd go run the mile, I'd just cut across the field, hide under the bleachers, smoke a cigarette, and then I would cut back across the field and run in with the 7-minute mile guys.
I did the same thing, but I had to keep it kind of real, so I did the 9-minute guys. So
no, fuck that.
I'm not. My little fat ass isn't going to be running with the 7-minute guys.
I was trying to win an award.
Yeah. Chad says in the chat, life lessons, kids, pay attention.
I'm telling you that. Those are the keys right there.
Mom,
my wife was telling me that
Uncle Kyle told me that I need to take up drinking to have a strong heart. Got a little kid just downing fucking bottles of Crown and Coke.
You're on the Kyle diet.
Yeah, the Kyle diet. Bodies buy pizza with Crowns and Coke. Or Crown and Red Bull.
So that's it, man. Just eat fast food every night, drink booze, fucking party, have fun, do your thing.
The amount of Crown I see, or not Crown, but necessarily Crown, but Crown and Red Bull I've seen you drink. Like, I don't understand how you haven't had a heart attack with that shit, and yet your heart is as strong as ever.
He says it's great. He said he doesn't even see very many people. You know, like he's like it's awesome. He's like,
you're telling a fucking fib now.
No way.
Start saying that's the best heart he's ever seen. I can't believe it.
No, I can't. I tooted my own horn on that one. You called
it. No, sir, that is an incorrect statement.
I had to toot my own horn.
Damn, fucking Bryan called you out on that shit.
I know, what a dick. Can't even let me tell my story.
You don't even let him have his moment.
He was just, the doctor just said he was actually amazed that my heart was as strong as it is for, I was like, you could say, doctor, I'm fat. I get it. But
I'm just jealous, actually. Fuck.
Don't hate that
dead over here, dude. Jesus.
Dude, that's how I am. Like, the doctor told me after my gallbladder, he was like, other than that, you're healthy. Like, he was like, you don't have diabetes, you don't have high blood pressure, nothing. So I was like, okay, whatever. Here we go. I'm waiting to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I welcome it,
man. I still owe money to the second and third time I thought I was having a heart attack.
Hopefully I have one before I actually have to stick a dildo on my head.
Oh my god.
We can arrange that, dude, as long as we can.
I mean, we don't have to make a bet. If you really want a dildo on your head that bad, we could probably get one.
I'm not gonna to welch on a bet, right? I said it. It's documented. I got to go through with it now.
Oh man, get the notary.
Tim says he's trying to get the 50-1 payout and win the pool.
Oh, body by Kyle. Follow your dreams, beefcake.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the perfect tagline for his shirt. That is the perfect tagline for his shirt.
Oh,
that's gotta be his shirt now. It's just gotta be like our New Times picture where you're flexing, Kyle. And it says "Bodies by Kyle." Your dreams.
That was good.
Beefcake. Follow your dreams, beefcake. Oh, that's so good. Oh, our chat is fantastic. Oh my god.
Well, Chad's on a roll, dude. He's had like 5 singers.
I'm glad you're healthy and here to stay, Kyle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, man.
Bodies by pizza.
I just learned next time I'm just gonna fucking roll with it. I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm just gonna take a nap.
Take a nap.
Take a nap.
I think that's a good idea. Even if you don't feel like you're taking a heart attack, take a nap, man. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Naps are great.
Have a few shots and go take a nap. And if I wake up, fuck yeah. And if I don't, well,
it's just gas. It'll pass.
It was gas. It's just acid reflux.
Yeah. It's just acid reflux. It'll pass.
Oh fuck.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
So I got a question. So Kevin Smith tweeted out this week a picture of the Blunt Cave from the Jay and Silent Bob reboot and said that there's going to be a new casting for Jay and Silent Bob in the movie. So that means that it's not going to be the pie fucker and Dawson. So I nominated Bryan and Kyle, but who do you guys think is going to show up to be BluntMan and Chronic in the reboot?
I don't know, but now I got dreams and aspirations.
I'm glad I could help you. That's what we do here. We inspire to inspire.
So remind me, in the original movie, it was Mark Hamill and who?
No, so in the original movie, it was Dawson. The guy who played Dawson Creek, Jason. James Vanderbeek.
And
Jason Biggs.
And the pie fucker.
Yeah, the pie fucker, Jason Biggs.
What was Mark Hamill in that? Oh, he was the bad guy.
Yeah, he's cock knocker.
Yeah.
They should get Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr.
Chris Evans would work.
Some people are speculating that it's going to be Grant Gustafson from Flash playing Chronic, and that I don't know who would have BluntMan. I don't know who they'd have BluntMan. It would be funny if Jack Black is BluntMan.
Oh hell yeah! With
Or
his
like-
gnarly beard.
Or like Method Man and Redman as BluntMan and Chronic.
That would be cool.
Well, it was announced that they're going to be in the movie, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they play like the drug dealers. Like they meet Pablo or
like Tracy
Pumpkin.
Morgan was.
Yeah, Pumpkin Escobar in the first one.
You
So I
hit
wouldn't be
local
surprised.
405.
Yeah. Give him the map, Scott. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. But Shannon Elizabeth is back,
Yep.
so it's cool.
Because that's the
watching
last movie she was in.
Yeah, fuck. When's she been in a...
Yeah, she
forgot about
vanished, huh?
Yeah.
Chad says BluntMan, Matthew fucking McConaughey, of course.
That's a good one too.
All right.
I think it's a winner with Kyle and Bryan.
Yeah. You
Well,
never
man,
know.
Chronic.
I'd watch that movie.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down. I'd love to fucking head out to Toronto.
Dude, I could do that shit easy.
That had me fucking rolling in our chat though. We were talking about that, and then we started talking about Tom DeLonge and chasing UFOs with Tom DeLonge.
Right? And I'm like, I think I know what you're talking about, and you have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Do you see he has a show coming out on like
Yeah.
Discovery or something like that?
Or he says he's gonna release Secrets of UFOs.
So you're gonna get me into my freaking Art Bell bag here if you guys keep doing this.
Go for it.
Do you guys know much about it?
Mm-mm.
So all right. So I'm a big UFO nut, into UFOs and aliens and shit. And I truly believe that if you separate the wheat from the chaff and you know what you're looking at, there are definitely people who are character witnesses to events that have happened that you have to take their words, i.e. Defense Minister of Canada, Paul Hellyer, the sixth man to walk on the moon. You know what I mean? There's certain people that give you that have seen things. If they say something, you take their word at it. Buzz Aldrin. Well, Tom DeLonge's always been a UFO guy and an Art Bell fan too. And he used to, whenever he used to be on the road with Blink, he would always like try to go to these places, that he would hear about, like Skinwalker Ranch or Nellis, or Tonopah, in New Mexico.
Wait, what happens in Tonopah?
That's
Tonopah, Arizona.
No, the Tonopah
okay.
test range is where Area 51 is, right?
Yeah, yeah, I thought you were talking about Tonopah, Arizona. I was like, what happens in Tonopah? Nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyways, he got really into it, and that's all he would do, like on the road, is he would like try to go to these places. So I guess he found out like that one of his fans of Blink that he met, their dad was high in like the government, right? And so he just asked the kid, like, hey, does your dad ever talk about UFOs? And the kid's like, yeah. And so Tom DeLonge's like, I want to meet your dad. And so Tom DeLonge kind of slowly chained his way up to him. And the next thing he knows, he's fucking meeting this guy at a underground, like semi-underground Air Force base. And they pull him in and they're like, what do you know? And Tom DeLonge's like, basically just tells him, I know a lot from doing a lot of research, but I really think that these things are out there. I think that they're not necessarily good. And I want to be a person that can help get the public into it. And the crazy thing about this is that sounds really crazy if you think, if you don't know the backstory, but the backstory is the guy he was talking about was President Obama's chief of staff, the same guy that was Hillary Clinton's chief of staff when she was running for president. And he wouldn't release the guy's name, but if you guys remember when Hillary Clinton was running for president, she had that email leak, right? And when she had that email leak, one of the emails that was in that email leak was John Podesta talking to Tom DeLonge about fucking aliens.
Yeah.
It turns out John Podesta is the guy he was talking to, right? So Tom DeLonge, that comes out. Tom DeLonge is told to back off for like a year because of how crazy it was going with the politics and that email leak. A year kind of he lays low. He had talked about this on Fade to Black with Jimmy Church like a year before To the Stars was created, right? And then so he lays low for a year, and then a year later he comes out and he basically has this big, huge like press conference and says, I'm starting this company. It's called To the Stars Academy. we're a two-part company. We're a company to make movies and like comic graphic novels and write books. But the reason we're doing that is to help fund our main project, which is to prove aliens exist or that at least UFOs are coming here, and to create a UFO. And that sounds crazy, but the people that he's got on the board of To the Stars Academy, like Hal Puthoff, some of these other scientists are like super high level.
It's legit.
Yeah, legit people.
It's completely legit, and they've released like 2 military videos already that show some freaky shit, dude. Like, it's legit.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about it, go watch the videos. There's one. It's called the Tic Tac video. I think that was the one off the coast of San Diego. There was a battle carrier group with the USS Nimitz. They had these F-18s that were doing training over the ocean, and they got this report about something being over the ocean. They went and checked it out, and it was this UFO. And the video is a gun camera footage of this UFO, and you can hear the pilots like freaking out about it. And these aren't just normal pilots. These are red hat pilots, which are the best of the best in the world. And you got somebody who's flying a $20 billion plane. They're not just going to hand that over to anybody. That person knows how to tell what anything is that they see, what it is, whether it's another country's plane, a top secret something. They had no clue what this fucking thing was. And you hear one of them literally say to his another plane, he's like, holy shit, do you see the rest of them off my like SA or something like that, which is like aft something, so on the side, saying like there's a whole shitload of them. There's like a fleet of these things. You're only seeing one but you hear them freaking out over this. And the government came out and said, yes, those are real in a New York Times article. They didn't come out and say it was full disclosure. They were just saying that these things are coming. We are spending $20-something billion a year in a black project called ATIP. This guy named
Space Force.
Yeah, I swear to God, that sounds crazy, but you know what I mean?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah,
but I prefer deGrasse better. I prefer Neil deGrasse Tyson.
So he came out. I guess Trump said something about a space force or whatever.
Yeah,
and everybody was making fun of him, and he came out and was like, "Hey, don't make fun of him. Like, this is legit. Like, this might be the one legit thing that this guy has said."
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like full on serious about a space force, dude, and yeah, it's crazy, dude. And Tom DeLonge's doing amazing work, dude. Like, he's doing so much. Chad in the chat says you need to read The Day After Roswell by Colonel
Philip Corso.
Philip Corso.
Yeah. So it's funny, Chad, you say that. That was one of the very first books I ever read. And that book will fucking change how you look. If you don't believe in aliens, or not even aliens, just that there's things coming and that we found crashed and retrieved crashed objects, read that book. And yeah, you can read it and then you can go get on the internet and people try to debunk it. But listen, that guy was, I think, a 4-star general, at least a 3-star general. And he went to his grave saying that all the stuff he wrote in that book are true. If a 3-star general or a 4-star general goes to his grave saying that, that person has everything to lose in his credibility. His credibility is the only real thing he has. And if he's going to his grave saying that, you have to take that. I mean, that testimony would hold up in court. If you had a 4-star general that said he saw somebody murder something on his deathbed, that's going to hold up in court. So why wouldn't saying that he's, that's how we got the microchip, and that's how we got Velcro, and that's how we got night vision. So
Chad disagrees with you. He says he had nothing to lose. He was dying.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh wait, what are you talking about?
We got the microwave that way. And things like that.
You said he had everything to lose by coming out and saying all that, but he had nothing to lose because he was dying.
No, those type of people that are in those positions, their name is such a big deal to them. They're going down in history. You know what I mean? That guy was part of the group that tested the first atomic bomb. His name is going down in the annals of history. So to sully his name in the last couple months of his life, that's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, if you're somebody, I agree with you, Brian. Like, if you're somebody that's high up and you've created a name for yourself, you kind of did that to like do this legacy, right? And if you die and you make a fool of yourself and you're destroying your legacy, I agree. All you have left is your legacy.
Yep. What's that? Basically, what's that lyric? You know, or that saying, "All I have in my balls and my word," and that's basically that. That's all you have is what type of person you are, and if you were known to tell the truth, right? And if you're a person worthy of having that attached to your name. But
my balls and my word.
But the crazy thing, though, it's kind of weird about Tom DeLonge is, I feel like he's a puppet. Like they just put him up there as a way to get to like people, you know, under the age of 40, because here he is, like he's this, you know, this person that a lot of those people that age, like I grew up idolizing. Fucking Blink-182 was a huge fucking band, and
still are.
Which is funny. The guy that they're using as to be like their spokesperson or whatever used to freaking talk about masturbation on stage and like
exactly, yeah. Well, it's funny because
fucking his dad and shit, like
John Podesta.
Not exactly.
The way that I think John Podesta said it to him, and was the reason that he like wanted to talk with this guy, was because, you know, they had been trying to come out to the public about aliens and UFOs and these vehicles showing up in the like mid 60s to mid 70s to early 70s. They were actually going to do, this sounds crazy, but it was a Disney documentary. And they were going to, at the end of the Disney documentary, they were going to show footage of a UFO coming to Earth. And at the last second, they pulled it. But if you can go look in like the old TV guides when that movie was supposed to come out, and it says Disney something world on UFOs. And it was supposed to come out, and they shelved it at the last minute. And the reason that they didn't want to do it is because they were worried that if they came out with it, people would freak out. So for the next 30 years, they were slowly just dropping little bits and pieces here to see how people would react. And social media is what really gave them the final okay, because so many people on social media were saying that they were okay with aliens and shit like that. You know, they weren't going to freak out. So once they got that, they went, okay, now we can start dropping little hints.
So they were worried about mass hysteria, essentially, like by releasing that movie.
But who knows? Maybe he's just fucking come up with a really good fucking way to make some money. I don't know. I
don't know, dude. That guy said, Tom DeLonge has said how much money he's actually pouring into this.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know how much money he's really making from it. Like, I don't know.
It sucks. Here's the other thing. Like, this whole thing, his reason to do all this.
It's all a ploy for Angel and Airwave's next album.
Right. It took him away from a band that was as good as Blink-182 was. I think Blink-182's best album was their self-titled album that they put out, the last album with Tom, I think it was, or second last album with Tom. It was the last album where they were getting along, and that was one of the best albums that I think any band has made. I didn't really like Blink's music up until that point. You could tell they had kind of progressed and become like a Cure-like band. And they actually,
they had Robert Smith on that album.
Exactly. That album was their ode to the Cure.
That Blink's one of my favorite bands. I mean, in I like all their albums, but yeah, they wanted that album to be kind of their mature, you know,
and they
finally
knocked it out of the park
into adulthood. Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
And to call it their self-titled made it even cooler.
Yeah, they reinvented themselves.
But anyway, sorry, I'll go off on a tangent on that shit. I love that.
No, it's
shit,
cool,
man.
dude. I love talking about Blink-182. Let's.
Nice tangent, Brian.
When is that TV show supposed to come out?
I don't know. I just heard it was announced that he was making it. So, is it on Sci-Fi or Discovery or what?
That was the History Channel.
History Channel?
I think
That'd be cool. That would lend a little bit more credit. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But so I looked at the outline before we did this, and I did not see anything about UFOs.
Oh no, act like you've been here before, Lance. I mean, come on. you know how this operates.
Wait, where am I? No, just kidding.
Yeah, right.
I think the last time I was on, we talked about Batman's dick for an hour.
Oh yeah, we can do that too.
Just exactly what we did. I don't even remember the last time you were on.
Oh, you were toasty.
I was wasted.
Yeah, that's
you were
right.
Dunzo.
I think the picture you made was Kyle holding a beer that he spilled on our couch.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you were toasted about halfway through, dude.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I was really worried that this the heart test results were gonna, take away drunk Kyle. But I think that I'm pretty happy because
he's back in full force.
He's back in full effect, man.
Nothing stopping me now.
Yeah, fucking Voltron Kyle.
I'm gonna stop eating salads. I started eating salads for a week.
I'm gonna stop eating salad for a week, huh?
No, I started eating for a week. Now I'm gonna stop again.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that shit.
Throw that extra patty on my burger. Let's do this.
That's what I had today. Burger King was the double Texas burger.
I got the heart of a champion.
Yeah. Doctor told me. Got it in writing. Fuck exercising. That shit's
He's got
dumbasses.
it framed on his wall. Heart of a champion is written in crayon.
Dumbasses who run marathons.
Champions misspelled.
Champions.
Yeah. So let's talk. I've been kind of holding off. Let's talk fucking Avengers. Did you guys see the new Avengers trailer?
Yeah.
There's a new fucking trailer?
Yo, yeah, there's a new trailer. You watched it.
I know. I've watched it like 5, 6, 7 times.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Coolest thing was Mohawk Eye.
What Mohawk Guy? So, couple questions from the trailer. One, is that Kate Bishop we see with Hawkeye?
Yes.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
You think they're gonna spin it to where she is his daughter?
No, they'll. Oh yeah, I think so. I think it'll be his daughter. That's what it seemed like, right?
Yeah. But you think
I
she
thought
comes
the
out
way
to be like
it
Kate
worked,
Bishop?
she would be too young.
Well, the theory is they're going to be going back in time, so things might change, right? Like,
yes.
I'm wondering if we're going to see alternate timelines. You know, they're going to go back, fuck something up, and have to go back again or something like that. I don't know.
I really want to know what the equivalent of the certain things being outlined in red in the trailer was in the black and white scenes.
I noticed that it was all old
Avengers
scenes from the old movies.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they did that. I mean, they've done trailers before where it's shown us Captain America scenes from old Captain America and things like that, and they've never done that before.
Well, yeah, because you're seeing Thor when he's sitting there talking to Odin. His cape is red, but everything else is black and white. And then you see Captain America when he's looking at the image of himself before he is Captain America. The stripes on the flag are red.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if all those guys die.
Maybe
that
well,
it
shows everybody. I mean, it shows Michonne there with, when she's watching.
Oh,
Black
Dana
Panther.
Garcia.
Shut up, Kyle.
It shows her all in, with black and white with a little bit of red, and it's a cool effect. It shows Falcon, with just his red showing, and I don't know what the significance of it is, but damn, Disney's doing a good job of making us talk about it.
You know what? This isn't going to sound crazy, but I think Ronan's going to be one of the coolest parts of that movie. I think Ronan's going to be a badass part.
I hope so, dude, because I fucking love Jeremy Renner, and he doesn't.
So do I.
I don't know why.
That's one of the theories is that he becomes Ronin and goes on a killing spree because he watches his entire family get dusted.
That would be awesome.
Because that scene can't be too far in the past because remember they say after Civil War he's on house arrest. So if you look in the trailer when he's teaching that little girl to shoot the bow and arrow, he's got an ankle bracelet on.
Yeah.
So that's not too far in the past.
Isn't this movie supposed to take 4 years after, like take place 4 years after?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some time has passed because if you remember one of the trailers where Scott Lang is at the doorbell, it seemed like time has passed because Captain America was asking if it was a recording. He was asking Scarlett Johansson if it was a recording of Scott Lang. So it makes it seem like time has passed.
Tim says in the chat, Black Widow's hair gives away a big time jump.
Yeah.
Maybe
I hate her new hairstyle, man.
Well, she was blonde. She was blonde in Infinity Wars.
Yeah, I think the blonde's awesome. I think that they're using that because they're gonna bring in that other Black Widow that they brought in for the like we were talking the other show.
I think she's doing it to be in hiding.
Well, also isn't the next Black Widow supposed to be a two person role?
I haven't heard anything about that.
You're talking about the new movie?
Yeah, the new movie's supposed to have two major roles, right? It's supposed to be Scarlett Johansson and then another Black Widow, and I don't know if you guys remember the comic from like I don't remember what year that was, but they did like a variant where she's like in a snowsuit or like an all white Black Widow suit, and there was a Black Widow who was a blonde one and one who had the red hair. They were two different people. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I don't know.
From when Marvel Knights was going on.
Her hair would look fine if she didn't bleach her eyebrows, dude. That's what gets me, dude. She bleached her eyebrows. Now she just looks like... you remember... what was the dude's name from the Logan movie that's all in white? Caliban?
Yeah, Caliban.
Yeah, Caliban.
Yeah, she looks like that.
She looks old. She looks old and it just makes me feel fucking old. I remember seeing her for the first time in fucking Ghost World, or was it Ghost World? Was that the name of the movie? Ghost World with Steve Buscemi and it was Scarlett Johansson's first movie, I think. No, her first movie was that horse movie, but it was Ghost World where she first kind of got her big role, and she was hot in that movie. And I think
she's hot in about every movie she's in.
I don't know, man. She's kind of looked kind of beat the last couple movies.
Dude,
man.
Lucy, that's one of my favorite movies with her, dude. I love that movie, and she's pretty smoking in a few parts of that. So
I'll tell you, he's fucking hot as Charlotte Theron. That chick is still hot. That chick.
Oh, she's kind of beat, bro.
She's smoking.
Did you see the one? Did you see the one with her and Seth Rogen? That new movie coming out.
Yeah,
it looks fucking funny, dude. And she looks hot in that.
Seth Rogen's fucking a genius.
There's obviously some sort of time travel because they got the matching suits, which I'm pretty sure are Quantum Realm suits.
Yeah, the white suits, white and black suits.
Those are badass, man.
They are dope.
Yeah, they look awesome. I hope they use them often. It's
but
cool.
And then Kevin Feige came out today and said that Captain Marvel is going to lead the charge of going forward for the MCU. So
yeah, we all knew that.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty much nothing new, but
the end credit scene, the one end credit scene, I saw the two end credit scenes, and the one with the cat was fucking awesome.
Oh, where he throws up the Infinity Stone on the deck.
So that was.
It's been out for a week, people. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I don't care about you. You're gonna watch it online anyways.
Thief.
I'm not.
Disney has enough money.
But
I hate going to the movies.
I don't know.
I love it, dude. I love going to the movies. My wife and I go at least every other week, if not more. I saw Shazam on Tuesday.
Do you get free movie passes? That's the only way I could go every other week. Too fucking expensive.
What was I say? But I mean, Disney's been in some hot water lately, and that's kind of what makes me wonder if that's why they're bringing back James Gunn, because they're screwing up, and so they're like, why, we can't punish someone.
What's the hot water that they're in?
Well, there's a lot of conspiracy going on that they're lying about Captain Marvel's box office numbers.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're saying
they're
much
in bed
lower.
with Rotten Tomatoes, apparently.
There's people tweeting out pictures of theaters that they've gone to for screenings of it opening weekend, and they're like, theaters like completely empty.
Everybody that I talked to that has seen it said it was good. Everybody. Not a single person I've talked to didn't say it was good.
I didn't like it that much.
But you didn't think it was a good movie? It wasn't bad.
I thought it was a good movie, but I thought it was a step back based on what they've been coming out with recently. Like, I didn't think if I was to, list, the movies that have come out in the last 3 years, from 1 to 10, I mean, it wouldn't be even probably my top 5. But it was okay. I think the main thing is that I went in so excited for it because I love Brie Larson. She's in that movie Room, where she's fantastic in it. And
did she win an Oscar for that?
Yeah, she did. She's a great actress, and there were points in the movie where I just didn't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I thought Nick Fury was great, and I thought there was a lot of great things in it, but she bugged me for some reason in certain parts of that movie.
I think one of the issues is you can't pin down the timeline. Like they're saying, you're assuming it's set in '95 by the 6 year, like the 6 year they talk about, but you got Stan Lee's cameo and he's reading a script from Mallrats. Mallrats came out in '94, so it's like, it's hard to pinpoint it down an exact time in that movie.
Well, not only that,
94, 95.
Well,
I'm outraged.
Well, it's not only that. Like, apparently, what I was reading a thing that said that he was reading it, like it made it seem like he was reading it in the summer, and the movie would have been actually released like 3 months earlier or something like that.
Yeah. And that's not a big,
too much time on their hands to fucking care that much.
That's not a big point for me. Like I still, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I didn't do. It's not the best Marvel movie, but it's certainly not the worst, and I enjoyed it more than Black Panther.
It's better than Iron Man 2.
It is. Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. It's better than Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
And it's better than.
Where would you put it?
Is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Yes. I
would put it equal.
Really? Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was terrible. Like we were talking about, that movie sucked. That makes me feel terrible about seeing my.
I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but I didn't hate it.
I think I would put it at number 5. If I had to do top 5 of like just straight MCU Disney releases, I honestly think my top 5 would be like 5 would be Captain Marvel, 4 would be Homecoming, 3 would probably be Iron Man 1, 2 would be Winter Soldier, and then 1 being Infinity Wars.
See, the first Ant-Man is one of my favorites.
See, I like the second Ant-Man way more than I like the first one.
Oh no, dude, the first one was fantastic, and I think it's because Edgar Wright's fingerprints are all over it. Like they used some of the elements I think that Edgar Wright was going to put in his Ant-Man movie before he got fired or quit or whatever the hell happened, and you can kind of tell that he had some input before he left. And I think that's why I love it so much.
I mean, I would maybe interchain one of those with Thor, but I only didn't put Thor Ragnarok in there because it was the third Thor movie, and I feel like just actually seeing a full movie with Nick Fury in it was better than a third Thor movie. So that's why I ranked it a little bit higher than Thor Ragnarok. But
yeah, I liked Ragnarok better. It's not bad. It's just they've come out with a lot of good stuff, and they've come out with a lot of good movies since, Winter Soldier.
If you want to ask me, though, what is your all-time favorite comic book movie right now, it's going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, followed by Infinity Wars.
Oh, that movie was fantastic, dude. But right now, if I had to pick a Captain Marvel movie that was the best, I'm picking Shazam. Shazam was fantastic. But
I'm just so bummed out about DC's bullshit.
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
It's crap. They're all crap.
You want to talk about crap in DC? Have you seen the new Batsuit for Gotham?
Oh, no.
I don't even care to look at it. After
they released another picture of it.
Yeah, it's still shitty, dude. It's still so bad.
I gotta look at it.
Guys, I gotta step away for 2 seconds. I'll be right back, okay?
All right.
I looked at it as your first, when you're like Spider-Man's first suit. It's not the best. It's, you know what I mean? Like, I think when you have your first version of it, I think it's never that good, and I think that's part of the intention.
But you could do a never that good first version of it. That's way better than what they're giving us. I think like the helmet looks like it's made out of paper mache. Like I don't know.
It looks terrible. It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like George Clooney era Batman bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah, just not the bat nipples.
Yeah. Looks like that and Val Kilmer era bullshit.
Like I'm looking for the picture I linked to share it, but we talk so much in these chats I can't ever find anything I'm looking for.
I thought they had released 2 sets of pictures of it. An older picture and a newer picture.
So they released one that was kind of blurry that people were running with, and then they released the clear one where he's standing in front of the green screen.
Mhm.
And that's the newer one everyone's talking about. Oh, there it is.
I don't know. A lot of what they did on
Here,
Gotham, they kind of fucked up with its costumes and stuff.
I'm gonna share it here real quick.
Sorry guys, I'm back. I had to take a piss, dude. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So you should be seeing. So there it is. There's the Batman.
What the hell is that?
That is Gotham's Batman. Year 1.
The suit itself doesn't look bad. It looks like a young prototype. He hasn't quite dialed it in yet.
It's shitty.
It is shitty.
It's well, you know what? Here's the other thing. There's probably a lot of CG they're going to be adding to it.
It's got implementation, or it's got nods to Scott Snyder's Batman, like his Year 1 story with the like wrappings on the arms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as. I wish they would have went more like that than this. Like it almost looks like the bat comes off the chest to hold the cape in place.
Yeah.
And like his cowl looks like it's like made paper mache. It literally looks like they took Christian Bale's Batman, George Clooney's Batman, and then tried to like put their own little twist on it.
Yeah.
I do like how tall the ears are, though. I like that. They're not little nubs.
He's got that free moving neck that was never in a Batman suit until Christian Bale's.
No, that guy, dude, he gets shot, he's done. Like, there's nothing.
I think Christian Bale is the best Batman by far.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love Ben Affleck's suit.
Ben Affleck's suit was cool, but Christian Bale, other than the stupid way he talked as Batman, I think Christian Bale was the best package, the whole package of Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yeah, I really liked Ben Affleck. I really did, and I'm in the minority. I know that, but I don't know.
I don't think you're necessarily in the minority because I liked him as Batman too.
I thought he kicked ass as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I liked him better than Christian Bale.
I think he got the raw end of the stick by getting shitty, like
he came into Batman in a rough time.
Yeah,
he did. I think he would have been great had it been had Snyder not been involved.
Tim says that is a Batman costume that they sell at Walmart at Halloween after it got ran over by a truck.
It does look like that. I have the mask that they sell in the toy aisle at Walmart right here, and it has like that same kind of like finish that picture. Let me grab it.
Like the ripple look.
Yeah.
Like it's cheap Halloween plastic.
Yeah.
It's just like like cheap, dude. Like
gravelly voice. I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Should I just wear this for the rest of the show?
There you go.
Have you guys seen the cover that Art Germ did for Catwoman 12?
I have.
Yes.
How beautiful is that? That is one of the, and I think Art Germ has been shit in the bed lately, but this is one of the best covers I've seen in a long time, and it's a great Catwoman cover. It's a great nod to that old Batman 42, and he just knocked it out of the park. That is one of the, he's done really good. His old school Detective 1000 is really good, and this one's really fucking good.
You know what? I actually bought books this week. You know what was really fucking good that came out this week? It's Amazing Spider-Man. It's the 17 of the new run, but if you're actually going on, if it's 818, it's
the first Hunt.
Hunted #1.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be such a good story. The art in it is absolute shit. The art, it's got Humberto Romero's art in it, and it's garbage. But
I hate Humberto Ramos.
I do too.
His Spider-Man is so terrible. Probably the worst Spider-Man ever.
Yeah,
but
it's terrible. He's terrible at drawing him.
So what goes on in it is Craven comes back from the dead.
Oh shit!
And
is his daughter around?
Huh?
Is his daughter around?
You don't see yet, but like he comes back from the dead, and he's like, I want to eternally sleep. I wanted to die. I wanted the spider to kill me. It was my time, but I can never rest, and the only one who can break this curse is a spider. So I'm assuming he's going to try and get Spider-Man to kill him. But he ends up confronting Spider-Man and just hitting him with this gas that makes him hallucinate, where he thinks he's supposed to be meeting Mary Jane, and he's just beating the ever-living shit out of Spider-Man. And then Spider-Man wakes up and he's in Central, I don't know if it's Central Park, but he's in a park area, and Scorpion's there and all these different bad guys are there, and he's put back in the black costume. So basically what Kraven did, he came back and he took this story back to Kraven's Last Hunt.
Oh, wow.
So this has taken place in the same, he put him back in the black costume that he's wearing during Kraven's Last Hunt, everything like that. So I think it's going to be a crazy good story arc.
Is it still what's his name doing the book? Ryan Otley?
No, this issue is Ramos.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
And
who's writing it?
Let's see who's writing it. Let me crack it open here. But yeah, I saw it on the shelf. I was like, ooh, let me check that out. And I read the first issue because I haven't been collecting Spider-Man. And I was like, man, it was such a good story. I can't wait for issue 2.
It was just in my box, so I didn't even ask for it. I just happened just to get it. So I just couldn't get over that terrible fucking Liefeld cover of Justice League
with those stupid dinosaurs.
Spencer, Ramos, Alazaba, and Delgado are on the book. Let's see who's writing it.
James Spencer? No.
Nick Spencer's writing it.
Yeah,
Humberto Ramos is penciler, and Delgado colored it.
Yeah, that Nick Spencer's the guy that did all that stupid shit with Captain America, where he was the Hydra Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
his costume was cool, but the story really didn't pan out.
But I don't like Ramos's art, but he's trying to fight back. Spider-Man's trying to fight back against Kraven, and Kraven's just faster and stronger and just beating the ever-living shit out of him. And there's panels in this book where I'm just that is the worst art. Let me see if I can get it up here. If you can see this right here, that panel, how bad it is.
Yeah, his body looks stupid.
Yeah, it looks like his legs are it looks like it's just a costume on the ground, but it's actually him in the suit. So,
this really is the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's him and Mary Jane are together, right?
Yeah. So he takes him to Central Park, and Spider-Man wakes up from the gas, and he's surrounded by Scorpion, and Tarantula walks out. And there's he's just surrounded by all these villains, and he starts fighting them. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy that. I actually, for the first time in forever, was at a comic store. I haven't been at a comic store in forever, and when I was in there, Jesse's actually said he's going to start selling monthly books again. He's not going to do it. He's given a little corner of the store to this lady that's going to do it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I might have to start buying weekly books again.
So yeah, if you are looking to get into something Amazing Spider-Man, that's definitely a new book out there to check out. I also picked up Hit Girl #2, written by Kevin Smith, and he actually has dialogue in this book. So
that's good.
Kevin Smith's writing Hit Girl?
He's writing a run on Hit Girl right now.
Who's doing the art for that? Is that still what's his name? Does a terrible Superman?
No. Oram?
No, Ramita, right? No, not Ramita.
No, it's not. No, yeah, it's not Ramita doing it. No, but the cover is Amanda. The cover's Amanda Connor, so it's an Amanda Connor variant. So
that's really cool. Yeah, there's a couple independent books out that I've heard are really good.
There's a couple of Image books that came out this week that are blowing up that I didn't get a chance to get my hands on.
Die.
Die's on issue 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you pick any of the #1s up?
No, I put them back. I had it. I put it back. I was like, man,
dude, that Virgin variant's going for $400 to $600.
I don't know. I'm just tired of buying Image stuff because it's just.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. Most of the time, it's a miss.
Yeah, it's finally a new issues of Paper Girls came out, so now I'm gonna read fucking Paper Girls tonight.
What did you guys think of the Aladdin trailer?
It's terrible.
You think it's terrible?
I think
new
Will
one?
Smith looks so
Yeah.
cheesy, dude. He looks.
Have you seen the new one where he's actually singing?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So
I
they
haven't
just
seen
released a full trailer. Yeah, he's actually singing like You Never Had a Friend Like Me.
It'll change your opinion.
Really?
Yeah, so he looks really cheesy in that one where he's just like introducing himself. But they came out with this new trailer. How long ago was that, Matt?
Like a
4 or
week
5
ago.
days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's singing
The main song.
You
yeah.
Never Met a Friend, and he looks great in my opinion.
I just hope that he plays it like Robin Williams played it. You know what I mean? Robin Williams was so good in that role, where he kind of like went off the cuff, and you know he did things that like probably weren't on the script and stuff. And
I hope it's Will Smith playing Will Smith as a genie.
Yeah, I don't think that Will Smith would be able to pull off Robin Williams' genie. So
No.
I don't want him to try because I think that would be kind of
Well, here's the only
I think he'd
reason
be shooting himself in the foot for trying to do that.
Well, here's the only reason I say that is because that role is so iconic at how Robin Williams played him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was so iconic that anytime I see the genie, I think of how Robin Williams played him. So you already know you're not going to do better than him, right? So why don't you just at least throw a little nod to him and kind of play out? You know, you do it.
I'm sure there will be something, a little nod to him, but I just don't know if Will Smith has the ability to do that.
Well, I don't. Yeah,
I mean, he's not a character actor like Robin Williams was.
Oh yeah, he is totally, man. Totally. He's that type of person that tries to be the goofball big time.
He's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, he's a goofball.
Yeah, but I don't think
he's still
got
not Robin
the same.
Williams.
He doesn't have the same clout as Robin Williams. I agree. I think he should play it as his own character. Don't try to match Robin Williams. Let Robin Williams sings be the animated movie, and Will Smith could put his own spin on it for the live action. Don't try to cover it.
Is this what's his name directing it? Fucking Madonna's ex-husband, Guy Ritchie. Is Guy Ritchie directing it?
Is it Guy Ritchie?
Guy Ritchie is directing it or not? Let me find out.
I think it's Guy Ritchie. Because I really like Guy Ritchie's Sword in the Stone movie or whatever. That was a really fucking good movie.
Let's see who's directing it.
Yeah, Arthur, yeah.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah. Yeah, Guy Ritchie, that Arthur movie didn't make much money, but it was really good. It had the dude from Sons of Anarchy in it.
Yeah.
Do you realize that
torched.
Disney is set to have a monstrous summer? Like, they're going to make so much money this summer.
What
are they releasing?
Monopoly.
Dude, but between Dumbo, Aladdin, The Lion King,
Avengers,
and Captain Marvel, Toy Story 4, and Avengers, dude, they're going to make so much bank this summer.
And I don't even think that's it. I thought there was another
Star Wars
one coming out.
Star Wars in November. Like, it's ridiculous how much money they're going to make this year.
Yeah.
And Disney Plus is supposed to come out this year, right?
I don't know if it's this year or next year. I think it's next year. But I'm
looking up their lineup right now for 2019.
They're going to make so much money this year on movies. It's ridiculous.
Well, good. Then they should lower
Frozen 2. Fuck.
Yeah.
They should lower how much it costs to get into Disneyland then.
They should lower how much it costs to get into a movie.
Yeah, fucking A.
Oh, Artemis Fowl is them too.
I don't have any interest in that movie.
What's that?
Is that a book?
It's based on a book, I believe, yeah.
And technically, they'll be getting money for Dark Phoenix and what's the other one that's coming out this year from Fox? Are they actually going to release New Mutants though?
Or they haven't said they're not.
I know they shelved it. I don't know if they ever actually gave another release date yet or not.
Because it's completed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was completed. Bryan, someone's breaking into your house again.
Probably my brother.
Someone's breaking into your house. Someone just took 2 long boxes, Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, they're walking. He's got something behind you, Brian. It's gonna hit you.
It's a
I don't
knife,
believe
Brian.
you guys.
At least he's not scratching, sniffing.
Yeah.
You'll have to watch the replay. He was actually coming at you with a bat, or the thing you used to throw your dog's toy.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
You're not gonna lie.
I wouldn't lie to you, Brian. But yeah, I don't know. They're gonna make. All I know is they're gonna make money hand over fist this summer.
Tim says Will Smith's character is Will Smith. He is to the point now where you don't even see the character, just him.
Yeah, I agree with him 100%. That's why I'm saying he's got to do something because he's become like John Wayne. He's a character of himself. Every time I see Will Smith, that's all I see is Will Smith.
Earth Day. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, right.
Least. You don't see Mike Lowry.
That's my favorite Will Smith role. That, and I really like that. Was it 8 ounces or whatever that he did?
8 pounds.
Yeah, that was a really fucking good movie.
7 pounds.
Or 7 pounds, yes.
It
should have been
good.
It made me want to go get a fucking jellyfish for a pet.
So you could throw it in the bathtub. A man of war.
Yeah.
So you just throw it in the bathtub with you.
That was the
Rosario
coolest
Dawson
pet.
was in that, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah. Back when she was.
I don't usually like her,
hot.
so
I still think she's smoking hot.
She looks good. She looks good, but she was so hot back then, man.
I really hope she's in Reboot.
When she was her in that Quentin Tarantino movie, and what was that called? With the double movie they did with Robert Rodriguez.
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse. She was so fucking hot in that movie.
Dude, I think the best role she's been in that she looks the best is Clerks 2.
Yeah, she's great in that too. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
I think she looks awesome in Clerks 2, but
are we gonna get a Clerks 3? I read something about that.
They tried for it, and the problem is that Miramax still owns the rights to that, I believe, and they told them no, they couldn't shop it around. But I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm assuming with the Harvey Weinstein shit and the way everything's going, because like Saban is the one producing Jay and Silent Bob the reboot,
like the Power Rangers Saban.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think if Reboot goes well and it does really well, I think he'll be able to get those properties back away from Miramax and produce them at Saban, because they were making Mallrats too, and they turned it into a TV show, and they were trying to shop that, and that wasn't going anywhere. So he's hoping, from what I'm picking up and what he said on Twitter, he's hoping that Reboot kind of spirals all of this stuff that he wants to do to where he can get it actually made and put out.
Yeah, because he's had a couple. Now I like him, like Tusk and was it Yoga Hosers? Is that the
I
name
like
of it?
Tusk.
Like,
didn't necessarily care for Yoga Hosers.
I loved Yoga Hosers.
I liked it.
Shit was so funny. Awesome.
Those weren't big money makers for him, so he's kind of lost a little bit of his strength in the market. I want to see another Dogma, dude. That's one of my favorite movies.
I want to see another
I love that one too.
I do too. Tusk is a good movie for the first half of it. Like the first half of it, you're like, man, I can't. Yeah, you're like, man, I can't believe this is a Kevin Smith film. And then when he becomes the walrus, that's when you're like, okay, this is a Kevin Smith film.
Yeah, and then you're out, dude. Once it hits that point, you're like, I'm out. I'm done. This was a fantastic movie till right now, so I'm shutting it off.
Yeah.
I felt like that
like
was his centipede. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like Red State, he did Red State, and Red State is super good if you've never seen that.
Yeah, Red State was good, but it tanked. That was the first movie he really made, other than that Jersey Girl.
All of his movies have kind of tanked. None of them have done very well.
What's his biggest hit?
Cult following.
They're critically acclaimed. Everything up through Jay and Silent Bob were critically acclaimed. They just weren't.
Well, Silent Bob's probably his biggest hit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Clerks too.
I would say Clerks is, honestly.
No,
like,
a moneymaker or critically acclaimed.
When you talk Kevin Smith, there's 4 movies you hear mostly: Clerks, Dogma, Chasing Amy, and then
I think Dogma was the biggest one out of all of them.
Mallrats.
Actually, I think Chasing Amy ones. I think he says Chasing Amy was like his best movie, and most
Chasing Amy was his best movie except for the end. That was the best.
But it didn't do well in theaters.
No.
Yeah.
But neither did Mallrats.
the end of that movie ruined how good that movie was. He shouldn't have fucking ended it like that. That movie was damn good.
So I looked it up. His biggest box office hits. Number 1 is Dogma.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Cop Out. Remember that one with Bruce Willis?
Oh, I'm surprised Zack and Miri isn't number 2.
Jay and Silent Bob is number 3. Zack and Miri number 4. Jersey Girl 5. Clerks 2 6. Chasing Amy, Clerks, Mallrats, Tusk, and Red State.
See, and I like Jersey Girl. Like, I don't know. I like all of his movies except for Yoga Hosers.
Worldwide, Cop Out is number 1 and Zack Miri is number 2.
I don't like Cop Out, but Cop Out was the first movie he didn't write. He was his first studio directed film.
Nobody liked Cop Out.
So
it's absolute trash.
I don't like how, but I like
Bruce
Zack
Willis
and Miri.
who?
Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan.
It's fucking fun. That shit's funny. Them together, it's funny. Tracy Morgan's funny.
Have you guys seen the new show he's got coming out with Tiffany Haddish?
Where he was in prison or whatever.
The real OG. That's like season 2.
Is it any good?
I haven't watched it. No.
It looks kind of shitty, but I like those two people.
But I'm excited for Reboot, and we'll see what happens.
What do you mean Reboot? What is that?
So the title of the movie is Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, remember the theme of Jay and Silent Bob is they were going to Hollywood to try and stop the Jay and Silent Bob movie from being made. Well, now the studio's trying to reboot it, so now they're trying to go to Hollywood to stop the reboot from being made.
Oh, okay, that's awesome, perfect.
So he's making the same fucking movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's why it's genius.
That's what's the joke about it. It's been like that since the beginning.
Oh, that's fantastic! I love that dude. He's making the same movie.
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why if you notice a lot of the scenes, he's getting a lot of everybody back from,
Is his wife going to be in it?
Yep, she's going to be in it. His daughter's in it.
I hope, what's her name? Elijah
Shanna Elizabeth is in it.
Oh, Elijah Dushku is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Shannon Elizabeth's friend, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're on the Charlie's Angels type team,
yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, but they were robbing banks or something. What were they?
They were getting a jewelry store.
Yeah,
Diamond,
Diamond Thieves.
Dude, I gotta watch that again, dude. It's been years.
It's on Netflix.
Dogma is one of my favorite all-time movies, just because I'm really into like that fucking whole theme of the history of like religion and shit.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
That was a really fucking good movie.
It just would suck if they can't have Alan Rickman in it again,
or George Carlin,
George Carlin. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Who'd they say was going to take over for George Carlin? Was it Whoopi?
Matt.
Who?
I'll do
Whoopi
it.
Goldberg, I think, was going to.
Well, that's fucking terrible. Holy shit! If that's true, that's terrible. What fucking Whoopi Goldberg? What? That's terrible.
They should just have Robot Bill and Ted take over.
Yes, yeah, Robot fucking Jim Carlin or Carlin
or Death, or have Death do it.
That'd be cool. I could see Morgan Freeman doing it.
Morgan Freeman. They should just hologram or CGI George Carlin in it.
Fucking A. There you go. That's the perfect answer.
You don't even really need Rufus in this movie because it's Bill and Ted Face the Music. It should be about them like becoming the huge successor the failures are supposed to be.
I just think it's cool that they're filming it in Arizona.
Yeah, to the station. It should be station. Yeah, they filmed the original one here. Why not? Right?
I think that's why I think it's so cool.
Like that's what you guys were talking about on Bogcast this week. Like killer episode of Bogcast, by the way.
Do you like it? I thought you might like it. It was just cool because he was see, I don't know any of the guests when I go in. Keith does that on purpose. So like I only knew the first guest. Everybody else I don't even know who's gonna be until I show up. So it's like it makes it really interesting for me. I didn't know any of that shit. Yeah, it was good stuff. Like I commented on your guys' Facebook channel about the Titanic talk and how Rose was a piece of garbage. but yeah, like that's what you guys are talking about on there. Is I really think Arizona needs to start giving people tax credits to film movies here. Fucking A, man.
Yeah.
Like they just
wants
filmed
to be in fucking Georgia.
They just filmed one of the Transformers movies here. The last Mark Wahlberg one, part of it was filmed here.
Yep.
The Kingdom, remember that movie with Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, and the accident
that one
on the
was
freeway.
yeah, that one was filmed on the 202 before it was opened, and on ASU East Campus, like right in front of my house.
Yeah, my parents live right there underneath that where it was filmed on the 202.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that would really help this state, and Arizona just fucking shoots itself in the foot so many times that I'm not surprised they haven't done that yet, because we do so many stupid things here, that just cost us a lot of money. But
they've tried. They were going to build a huge TV studio out in like Mesa or something like that. It was supposed to be huge. They were going to have like game shows there and all sorts of stuff. And I don't know what happened to it, dude.
We were set up to be the porn capital of the industry if
when the condom law passed.
Yeah,
right?
if they were passed that condom law, yeah.
Really?
I thought they did pass it.
I don't know if they passed it or not. I would check that out, but I know that was the talk, is that Phoenix was one of the places the porn industry was going to move if they passed the condom law.
Cheap.
It's going to get out of Van Nuys, California.
But
yeah, I mean, they're all going to Georgia now, or where's Vancouver
or Toronto? Yeah.
Who the hell wants to be in Georgia?
Georgia,
there's
a lot of shit that's filmed there, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows filmed in Georgia.
How many movies do you see now with the peach in the end of the credits?
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Walking Dead's filmed there, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it would make the state a lot of money. But you know what? One thing that is cool is that there's that generation, Matt, your generation and right below you that are kind of holding that torch and lighting that fire in Arizona.
My generation. How old do you think I am, Brian?
How old are you, Matt?
I'm 33. I'm gonna be 34 in a month or in 2 months.
Yeah, so you're right under me and Kyle's generation, just barely, right? So you would be Generation X.
Kyle's like, oh no, I'm being old. I'm old. So I was like, how old do you think I am, Brian? Like 19? Jesus.
I don't know. I'm the same age as Matt, and I don't think he and I are doing shit. So
No.
I think it was your generation that started it, that started to make downtown kind of cool to be at. I know my generation.
Phoenix, yeah.
My generation fucked it up.
I remember when I was playing in my band and stuff, and we were trying to build like the local music scene here and just like the art scene in general. It sucked here, and this was 10 years ago.
I disagree. I think that was the time where it started.
Mm-hmm.
When Modified Arts was around, I thought that Modified was that first real place that when it was me and Kyle's group that did it, because I think we hung out with that older generation, like that who are in like their mid 40s right now. That generation was too fucking right on the edge of being too violent, and that cock rock generation. Whereas your guys' generation kind of made all those little clubs really cool to be at. You know what I mean? And
they were cool to be at, but they're all gone now.
Well,
I can't think of any of them that are still around.
They're gone, but there's other good ones, like the Film Bar. The Film Bar is a cool place to go. That's a really fucking, and I would have never known about it. There's a lot of really good places where really cool things are going on downtown.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool places now downtown.
And before it was usually Tempe, right?
Yeah.
Tempe was where everything was, and now it's downtown Phoenix.
Well, I think downtown's
Tempe's
only going
gotten
to get
super commercialized.
Yeah. I think downtown's only going to get better now that like these older folks or snowbirds that come here are dying off or moving on.
I agree.
It's only going to get better downtown. Like,
yeah, I've always said that. Not always, but for the last 15,
Why?
20
What are the
years.
old people doing to downtown that's ruining it?
They just the voting on stuff. Like,
yeah,
they
not
come from other
legalizing
states.
marijuana.
Yeah, well, they come from other states and they're snowbirds and they vote here because they have a residency, whether
That's
we want
why
them voting here or not.
We need to vote in July.
Yeah. They don't need to vote here.
You want
Go
shit
vote
passed,
your
vote in
own
July.
Yeah.
No, that marijuana shit pissed me off. It's because we voted on that in November, dude. They're all here.
Yep, exactly. And then you got them all believing that hype and the smear campaigns that were going around. And
my father-in-law lives in Colorado, and he says that marijuana thing's the best thing that's ever happened to their state.
Yeah, how far are they in the black? I mean, it's like ridiculous the amount of money
Billions.
they made. Yeah,
it's all
unreal.
going to education too. Like I think a large portion of it goes to education.
Huge portion goes to education and healthcare.
And more weed.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. Look what it's done to housing.
And Doritos.
The housing prices in Colorado, which were already pretty high, they are through the roof right now.
Yeah.
Because it's turned into a great place to live.
It creates jobs. I mean, there's so many uses for it, like you talked about. But that's the problem with our state is that we have the snowbirds, and they come here when it's time to vote, and they're like, no, and they shoot shit down, and it's like, get out of here. Like, we have to suffer the rest of the year because of what you want the 3 months you're here.
Yeah, it really is the age gap, because I even talk to young people that are right wing or whatever you call it, and they're even for marijuana and stuff like that. It's all old people.
Whoa! Let's not get crazy now. Can't talk about marijuana on this.
Well, like
show.
dude, if you decriminalize it, it lowers taxes and it lowers state taxes because you're gonna not have overcrowded prison systems for all these stupid drugs. It's even marijuana's people get popped on it all the time. It's the dumbest shit.
Yep,
it's stupid. They put my friend, 10 or 12 years ago or whatever, he got pulled over for driving while high, and they put a fucking breathalyzer in his car.
Yeah, it's a DUI. It's a DUI in the state.
That's great that they put a breathalyzer in there. What a
well, it's a DUI in almost every state.
Dude, if you're drinking cough syrup on here and you get in a car accident, they can cite you for a DUI for being under the influence.
They're trying to drop the legal limit down even more to, I think, like 0.002 or something like that.
They should. Nobody should drive drunk.
Yeah, but 0.002 is at the point where if you gargle mouthwash, you're getting a DUI, man. You know what I mean?
But isn't there zero tolerance anyway? So even if you get pulled over for DUI, you're getting a DUI. Like, isn't that
no? There's a legal
I think the
limit.
U changes to a W.
If you blow under the legal limit, you're fine. But the legal limit out here is pretty fucking low already. It's the lowest in the country. So, and I'm cool with that. There's a certain point where, if, like Kyle said, if you're drinking and driving, you're a fucking idiot. You're a moron.
And they can stack them on you too. I know from firsthand from somebody I know that they can stack them onto you. So you can get one DUI and it can turn into 3 real quick depending on what you blow.
Yep.
So I work in the auto insurance industry, and I can tell you that our state is like one of the leading states in the country for drunk driving accidents. So we have one of the lower limits, but we lead the state as far as drunk driving incidents are concerned.
Yeah.
Or the country.
It's
crazy. It's crazy. We're just all drinking out here.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I think that getting Joe Arpaio gone is a good step in the right direction. See how everything gets after that.
Baby steps.
You like that? We just got political.
Right?
Well, Mugwai just joined the chat, and he's a perfect one to ask. He's in Canada, and they just legalized marijuana across that country. So, like, he'd be a good one to talk to about what it's doing for them.
I'd be interested to hear what he had to say about Trudeau. I know that he did do that, but it still seems like he's taking a lot of heat right now. But it'd be interesting to talk to somebody from Canada live to hear what they'd say about that.
Talk to anybody from Canada.
See what they think about it.
Fuck Canada.
Whoa,
sorry.
Whoa, man.
Whoa,
we don't need to start like an international war.
I was talking about South Park.
Well, I think we've offended enough countries for one night. Thanks, Bryan.
Oh, I had to throw some type of thing in there.
Yeah. Thanks, Bryan. He said our prime minister is a tool bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome.
There you go. RPM in the tool bag. Well, gents, I think that's a good place to wrap tonight's episode up. We've been at it for a while. Covered a lot of good topics. I definitely want to Thank everyone for hanging out in the chat tonight. It was a good time. We had some good conversation in there, and as always, if this is your first time checking us out on the YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment below. Everyone in the chat, make sure to hit that like button if you had a good time tonight. If you listen to us on any of your podcasting platforms each and every Monday, make sure to leave us a review. We always like to help us in the standings. I again want to thank Lance from Couch Crunchers for coming out. Lance, remind everyone where people can find you and what's going on with Couch Crunchers.
You can find us on www.couchcrunchers.com. You can find us on iTunes or YouTube, and anywhere else you get your podcasting fix from. And Max, Tyler, and I are going to be doing a live episode next Saturday, talking about Hellboy. So,
about how awesome it's going to be.
What's that?
About how awesome it's going to be.
We should have one of you guys on.
There you go, Kyle. You can go talk Hellboy.
We'll talk
Defend Hellboy.
I just bought a Hellboy shirt. Fucking awesome.
All right,
yeah,
well,
but thanks for having me on, guys.
Anytime, man. We're definitely glad to have you on. But yeah, after you guys watch us on Friday, go get your geek filled in on Saturday by watching these guys talk about Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy. And so for this week's episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast, I'm Matt.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Bryan.
And I'm Lance.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, we will
Act like this is your first time.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.